All right, you guys. Take three. Take three. Okay, I got the key fixed to my car. I got the key. We good. Y'all. Why is this a struggle? Why am I struggling? I'm struggling. Okay, I'm struggling. But anyway, where did we leave off? Okay, so she said, yeah, I don't think she would definitely, leave Michael. I think she would definitely stay with Michael. Like I discussed, I think we went through it already, y'all. I'm gonna move on to Lorenzo's comment. He said, Cliff, Washington, I understand, but due to COVID out-9 breakout, the East Coast is a no-go zone for me. I'll put Chloe Jalen Johnson in my monthly pairs. All these sensitive females are all over the mood with Mike being caught out on camera, but they miss to understand the obvious. Mika is Satan. Whatever. And then there's a lot more conversation, y'all. But we got 300 comments to get through, so I'm gonna go to the next comment, which is Cliff saying, Max can spare me with the girl power divorce party. If Zach would have fought for her, she would have stayed with him and busted open that night for a real one. Oh, Lord. I don't like Mindy's friends. They need their own man. No one gives up their source when they get information. Zach said to that fine Dr. Vivian he didn't like confrontation. We never saw him yell or get angry at anyone. I believe him. We can't say that about the rest of the cast. Zach knew he messed up with talking to Lindsay. He was getting information out of her, she was catching feelings. Lindsay read the relationship wrong. He looked at her like a homegirl. Zach never verbally abused Mindy, and she mentally abused herself. The party should have been called "I Stopped Playing Myself" party. I noticed or Married at First Sight, when the man is not into the woman he's matched with, he's labeled the bad guy. Zach, Luke, and Will. I'm sure if I watch seasons 1 through 7, I can add some more unjustified names to that list. But we don't. And I'm sure if I watch season 1 through 7. Okay, yeah, you sure? But we don't hear the same about the women who's not into the men. I wonder why. Oh, I know why. Because Lifetime hates men. My boy Lorenzo think they hate black men. And I had to tell him, you're part right. They hate all men. Other than the Christmas movies, their movies are based on men doing something horrible to women. You don't see the reverse of that on Lifetime. Okay. Cliff, if Zach does have a secret, we're going to drag you in the comments. In my T.I. voice. Where they at, though? Laugh my butt off. He had a secret. He wasn't lying. No matter if you feel the secret is justified or not, it was to him. Where's my apology? On camera, like you said you would give me during the live. I'm waiting. Zach Attack came through for me. First of all, Cliff, let me tell you something. Okay. Because this is a lot. First of all, Zach was talking to Lindsay to get information, probably, okay? But they took it too far. When he was sending her all those little text messages that had nothing to do with anything, okay? When he was talking to her about things that was not about Mindy, that was something else. So don't say she read it wrong. My homegirl, get out of here. I called BS on it. I definitely called BS on it. I don't know if Lifetime don't like men. I'm not reading that deep into it. It is what it is, okay? The fact of the matter is more women watch Married at Sight than men. So, of course, more men are going to get a lot of the backlash because we as women know what it feels like to be in that situation. That's all that's about. It's not really about Lifetime. It's about the audience, okay? If the audience was reversed, then it would be reversed. But it's not. So it just is what it is. Second, I said that it had to be good enough for him to treat her the way he treated her. And it wasn't. So I'm not giving you an apology. I'm not saying I'm sorry. So get out of here. Don't make me say it again in this video. Got it? Okay. Y'all stressing me out. Okay, I just went through a lot. Okay. All right. So, okay, so then I said, that's a weak lie. Boy, bye. No apology over here. So then Cliff said, okay, Taylor, I mean Chloe, so you're not going to apologize? You and your little backup dancers on this channel who was backing you up on the topic, old man apology. It was no lie. It was enough for Mindy to leave. You started the live off with Cliff, I'm sorry, I apologize, I was wrong. Do you hear me, Taylor? Nope, I don't hear you. My ears are not comprehending what I just read. But anyway, Mindy didn't lie. She had nothing to lie about, so no. Then you said no. You said Zach lied. I said no, he didn't. The secret was enough for Mindy to leave. The secret was enough for Mindy to leave. It wasn't really about the secret. It was the fact that Zach lied about where he got the information from. That was where she drew the line. It wasn't even about the fact that he knew it. It's about who he got the information from. That's what made her leave. So no. So then Macy says, there has been some bad girls from the past seasons. Molly was a bad girl from season 6, and Katie's shaping up to be a bad girl from this season. Molly definitely was bad because she was the only one I can remember at this moment who wasn't attracted to Jonathan, like I spoke on before. Exactly. And we didn't like her. We didn't like her. And then we start talking about that the season about Jonathan hooking up with Jessica, one of the experts. All right, so then Millennium Mama said, exactly, exaggerating is lying. Michael's family members definitely enable him. That conversation went nowhere. Right, Mom? The conversation went nowhere. He will call it exaggerating. This is why the man is crazy. They coddle him and they treat him like a baby. And then they want Mika to fix him. Get out of here with the BS. Get out of here with the BS. So then I said, they want Mika to fix him. And Cliff says she could push him to get help instead of embarrass him every chance he get. A wife should make you feel better. No, I do not agree with that. I mean, of course, a wife should make you feel better, but you have to start with yourself. He's the one putting himself in that situation. He's doing it. He's the one lying. Man, get out of here. So anyway, then he tried to snitch on me and tell Mom that we tried to get Cassandra to sign up for Married at First Sight. Out there once again, mad and hating because we said we was going to drag you. We got to understand that me, Cassandra, and Buddha had to understand it, and Simply Ace got to understand it, that if she do like this, that means she doing it for a check, so we not going to drag her. Mind your business. Stop being a hater. Don't listen to him, Mom. Don't listen to him. But anyway, Gospel therapy say Mika and Brandon should get it together. Taylor and Michael deserve each other. I don't know why y'all keep trying to match all of them up, y'all. We'll see how they all interact when we go on this resort, and then we'll be able to see who deserves each other. So then Macy Jeffrey says the experts should be ashamed of what they did to Mindy. They could have found the perfect match for her, just like they did Jessica. Understanding that they were the only two who were not recruited from the show, and that's why she gave it her all. Now they have Zach looking like the bad guy, which he probably isn't. Zach probably isn't the bad guy. I think he's an opportunist. He came on the show and he was hoping that he got a girl good enough so that he can put on the show like he's this great guy and everyone would love him and he would be, great for TV. But because she was someone that he didn't really find attractive, couldn't really help to grow attracted to, he didn't do the process the way he was supposed to. And because of that, it makes him look like a bad guy. That's what that's about. That's what I'm about. That's what I think it's about. So then Buddha says, I'm so happy Mindy kicked Zach to the curb and had a party. She looked refreshed. Yes, she did. She looked very refreshed. And then Buddha said, Michael and Mika, I understand why Mika blew up, but shockingly, I understand more why Michael lies. I also agree that he does need counseling. You can't build a marriage, let alone a relationship off lies. Exactly. Perfect. No, you couldn't have said it better. I get both of their sides, but at the end of the day, no one's going to keep making excuses for him to keep doing the same thing over. Fix yourself and stop doing it. Okay. Then she said, Derek and Katie will continue to shoot herself in the foot because she's insecure. I mean, I understand she didn't have a chance to be a child, but she's making big deals out of nothing. This is Katie. Katie doesn't want to be with Derek. We get it. She's making up stuff so she don't have to be with this man. It's obvious at this point. I'm over her. Okay? I'm over them together. I'm definitely over her, though. Her and Taylor. They both can go. But anyway, she also says, Austin and Jessica, I'm glad they learned how to argue with each other. Also, I'm glad she told him how she feels. You think they argued? I don't even think they argued. I don't even know if that was an argument. I guess maybe a disagreement or a misunderstanding. I don't know. They get on my nerve too because they too freaking cute. We get it, y'all. We get it. Y'all love each other. Or at least Jessica loves Austin. But Austin... I wish Jessica would have had that chance to tell Austin she loved him organically instead of kind of being forced by Dr. Viviana, because at the time it just seemed like it was awkward. I didn't like the fact that it was an awkward situation, but she's happy she did it, and it is what it is. Brandon and Taylor, just wow. They were a whole real couple. Just wish they got a glimpse of this type of marriage from the start. They were definitely cute in the beginning. I loved them in the beginning. Their chemistry together was awesome. But this time, I just feel like it's so many, they have damaged each other so much, and they have damaged their own reputation so much on the show that it's hard to see them together and actually enjoy it. All right, let's skip a few of those comments. So then Cliff said Taylor was poking at Brandon to start a fight when she got on him about not giving her a compliment earlier in the day, right after he gave her one. Then when they were playing basketball, she said, you never touched me this much. Shady. Taylor wants Brandon to chase her, and that's not him. I agree with that, okay? But I did not notice that she was poking at him. I honestly thought like she was just being Taylor and searching for compliments. So, you know, fishing. Tell me I look cute. Tell me I look cute. But now that you pointed out and you say, yeah, she was fishing for it, I guess you were right. I didn't see it, though. And then after I said that, Dwight said, why did Taylor have to open her mouth that night? She could have just enjoyed her time with Brandon. I guess that he didn't kiss her butt enough during the day. Yeah, you know Brandon. You know how Taylor is, y'all. She's another freaking Michael at this point. You gotta coddle her, hold her, enable her, and make her feel good about all her effed up tendencies, I guess. So Lady Intellect says, Cliff Washington, I was saying, just shut your stupid mouth, B. It was bedtime and she comes with the crap, spoiling any chance of her and him getting into something hot and heavy. She can't get out of her own way, and it's on purpose because she's just that dumb. Did you see how Brandon was biting his tongue at the table with the cards when she gave him only 3 good qualities and then asked was he glad he was matched with her? Classic avoidance and manipulation tactics, and Brandon was feeling it inside, but chose not to freak out. He was trying to keep the peace. He should have asked her to continue with the rest of her compliments for him. She's such a joke, and next week we'll prove it once again. She's a joke. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And I said that. Like, she didn't even give him his 8 compliments. She literally gave him a few and then was like, are you happy you're matched with me? Get out of here. Y'all don't understand. I don't like that girl. And I know it's TV. I know it's TV. But I'm invested into the show at this point, okay? And I don't like her. Okay. So then Lady Intellect also tells me, you glazed over it again because you were trying not to see it, okay? Jamie Otis did that on the couples couch. I could tell she wasn't into watching or talking about it, mainly because Taylor bum ass has been on the Unfiltered show for 3 weeks in a row, and Jamie clearly didn't buy her non-explanation for that single life video, but has to play along. I didn't watch Unfiltered because the one episode that I caught of Unfiltered, I didn't like the way that they let these people deflect from what's really going on. Same thing with Zach. They should have dragged Zach when Zach was up there trying to explain whatever he was trying to explain. They just kind of let him go. And Pastor Cal act like he wanted Katie. I think it was Katie. It's like he wanted Katie to dig into Zach instead of him just digging into Zach like he should have. I'm just saying. So then here goes my Moochie again. She says, Taylor with that wig is so annoying. LOL. Y'all think I'm teaching my daughter to be a mean girl? I don't think so. I think she knows it's all for fun. I think she knows it's all for fun. And she says that secret was so secret he didn't tell her nothing, but her friends did. Oh my God, why? It's true though. That secret was so secret he didn't even tell her. Her friends told her. No, he didn't tell her though. Okay, and then she says Austin and Jess are the best couple, but Mika and Michael, Mika was like he's always lying. How would you feel if you were with someone who lied to you? I was like, okay, well that's done. Mindy and Zach are done. Mindy was like, why you couldn't just tell me the secret? And you know what? It's done. Pack your stuff. That's exactly what happened. Mindy said, why you ain't tell me the secret? It's done. Pack your stuff. Thank you, Moochie, for reminding us. We appreciate it. So then Rose said Mika needs to have lunch with Mindy's friends. I laughed so hard when Michael was talking in circles about his pay. And Mika said, I have a math degree. Michael is lying to the wrong woman. Mika wants those pay stubs. Please get the pay stubs. We need the pay stubs, okay? We got to get these pay stubs because we're not going to be satisfied. So then Nicole said, I miss when she said that. Like, dude, stop with the lies and stop using adoption as an excuse. Does he think he's the first person to be raised by Big Mama and them? He act like he was adopted by some white family. Boy, stop. Stop. Right, okay? And then Rose said, at Nicole, I was raised by my grandmother and I raised two of my nieces. None of us have ever not being raised by our own parents has an excuse for lying. Exactly. They let it because they feel bad for his situation. That's all that's about. So then Cliff said everyone in the comments who was talking about being raised by other family members, and it was great. I'm happy for you and you were blessed. It worked out that way for you. But I have some cousins who would have a different outlook on being raised by other family members. Just because your family takes you in doesn't mean they are loving, giving you hugs and kissing, plus words of affirmation that you need. Michael started lying to cope with his life. It's not good at all, but it's the truth. I'm glad everyone who was raised by other families are not liars, but you might have other issues over your parents not being there. I don't know, but this is his issue. The brother needs to get help. I admit that. To end my point, how many times we see kids abandoned by those parents or parent and repeat the cycle to their own kids when they have other people who went through the same thing and wouldn't dare leave their kids. Trauma affects everyone differently. Let's keep that in mind, please. I appreciate that post. I appreciate it because it's true and it's facts, okay? It's real and it's real life. I appreciate it. We do know that Michael has a problem. And the whole point that we're trying to get at in Michael's situation and issue is that he needs to get help, okay? He needs to fix himself before he can be married to someone. That's what we're trying to get at, okay? Then Nicole said, Cliff, you're right. Everyone has a different story. I think we were commenting on the aspect of not letting it be an excuse. Exactly. And I'm going to skip the rest of that conversation because I think I hit most of the main points on it. And then Nicole said, Taylor is used to men fondling over her. Her ego was bruised when Brandon was okay with splitting up. So now she's playing nice to draw him back in. I think Brandon can see through it. Brandon finds her pretty on the outside, but really isn't into her personality. Not saying he's any better, but she is very superficial and vain. I agree with that. I think Brandon's way smarter than that. Brandon is sticking around for the check and she's trying to make it, she is too, and for the publicity. And they're both just trying to make it work at this point for the TV. And then eventually it's just going to be over when all this is over. That's how I feel. I feel like they're just going to say they don't want to stay married and then that's going to be it for them. They're just going to like get through the next couple of weeks together and call it what it is. So then Jetstream said, Derek and Katie, I agree with you 100%. Some of Derek's dreams sound like hobbies. Why can't he build a treehouse or write a Christmas song or pet elephants? He has a playful, goofy, otherwise harmless sense of humor. which, by the way, is the cutest thing to see in couples that still have the immature, youthful spark in their 60s and 70s, etc. He seems to be well educated, financially stable, treats her well, and otherwise a solid guy. Let that man have dreams and hobbies, Katie. She comes off as more immature, that she's mad at a date he went on 10 years ago when he was in high school, when Derek could have been mad about the ex she was still dealing with up to their wedding day. Boom. You said it. I ain't gotta say nothing. I ain't even gotta comment on it. You're right. Perfect. Why? Why, Katie? Why? Why are you mad about a date from 10 years ago when you was just still falling in love with your ex 3 days ago? 3 freaking days ago. So D Brown, hi D Brown, welcome to the comment read. She said, this was a great review, Chloe. You're doing a fine job with these. Thank you. Pat myself on the back like that. Thank you guys, though. I really do appreciate all you guys' support, okay? Y'all know I'm new and I'm trying to get this thing going, so I appreciate it. Let's see, y'all. Let's see where we at now. Let me make sure my camera's still rolling. It's still rolling. All right, so then Jetstream said, Mika didn't sign up for a therapist at first sight. Come through. No. Mika did not sign up for therapist at first sight, okay? It's not her responsibility to fix him. Michael needs counseling for his pathological lying, childhood experiences, etc. He needs to love, accept himself first before he looks for it in other places. I remember in the first episode, his sister even told him to be honest going into the show. I don't think he's a bad guy, but he needs professional help. Yes, we discovered it. We've been saying it's time, okay? He can't marry. He can't be in a relationship. Can't be married until he gets help, okay? I cheer for Mindy too. Cut Zach's screen time. Finally, if Zach wants to stay on, maybe he can help Taylor with her hair. He got all those supplies. And then Jesse also wrote, in these crazy times, your videos are the highlight of my day. Thank you. I'm glad. Y'all don't understand. Sometimes I be feeling down, and making these videos make me feel a lot better. And just talking to you guys and interacting with you guys make me feel a lot better. That's why when y'all be commenting at like 2 a.m, sometimes I'm replying right back, and we be having whole conversations in the chat, because I feel like we family at this point, y'all. We've been doing this for 13 weeks already. So yeah, we family. Then Carrie says, Michael has the wrong person, wife, Mika, to continue to tell lies. She is already very direct and sometimes harsh in her presentation, but I am beginning to understand her frustration with Michael. Mika is having none of it. She is not going to overlook his problem. She's not going to overlook the problem Michael has with telling the truth. However, this might be a blessing for Michael, because apparently his family has not really dealt with his problems, and I'm sure they are well aware of it. Did the family think that it would just go away? I'm not correcting him in having a discussion with him or seeking counseling for him. It's his parents that they just hoped it would disappear on its own. What they didn't realize is that as a grown man, this tendency to lie will affect all his relationships, love relationships, business, career relationships, social relationships. It is a huge problem and should have been addressed when it started in his youth. Poor Mika and poor Michael. Carrie. Whew. Yeah, they act like it wasn't going to go away. Anybody who has kids know that when your kids start lying, you have to tell them, stop lying. Don't lie. You have to enforce that into them. It's not good to lie. Tell me the truth. Like, you have to do that. And I feel like they coddled him and they babied him because he was so, because of his past, that he wasn't, they coddled him and babied him because of how he, what happened between his parents, that they let it slide and they used it, they let him use it as a coping mechanism. And now it's just affecting him as he got older. Okay? That's what's happening. So then Lorenzo says, Mika does not care about Mike. She is Satan. She's playing her character in a William Shakespeare play. Lorenzo, please. When she moved over a little bit, I saw a little sincerity. I think for Mika, that's a little, consoling him. I think that's the best she could do at the time because she was still a little upset. Okay? Then Marcus said, Katie is sabotaging her relationship to get back with her ex. Derek, wake up. Yes, we've been discussing this for the longest. She's definitely sabotaging this relationship to get back with her ex, okay? He also said in the replies in the comment that to Cliff, guarantee if the moment he hears she was having second thoughts about her ex, if he said I don't want to be married to her and I don't deserve this, she would be in a different place mentally. The fact that he wanted to work through it made him look weak in her eyes, and she hasn't looked at him the same since he needs to cut her loose. What are we talking about? Okay, maybe I might have to read this. Okay, so Marcus, then Lorenzo said, unfortunately, Derek doesn't have the character to enforce his thoughts. And then August Lady 77 said, Marcus, I agree. And I was like, you might be right. And then Cliff said, as always, great point. And then Lorenzo said, of course we're right to me. And then Cliff said he needs to grow some testicle hair. Lorenzo, I know he has to learn you can't be a nice guy to everyone. I know Katie is his wife, but she belongs to those streets. And her heart belongs to another man. Right. I agree. Then Lady Intellect said, I commented this last week on Cliff Washington thread, but much more in detail. You have to do better. Yeah. So yeah, I guess, okay. Yeah. So I guess they're saying that, I guess Marcus, what you was getting at was that, if the moment that, the moment that Derek found out about her still having feelings for her ex, he should have been like, that's not going to work. This is not going to work. But because he stuck around, it kind of made her lose respect for him. I got you. Don't worry. I picked it up. I got it. All right, y'all. We winding down to the end, y'all. Let me make sure my camera's still running because we're not starting over. And then it says, Carrie says, as far as Katie and Derek, I disagree that she still wants her ex. I'm pretty sure she has moved on from that relationship. Problem is that she wants to control the direction of her current relationship with Derek and making demands and being critical and unsupportive of his dreams and his thoughts. This sounds much like a person who needs to control another human being for reassurance for herself. To me, she is intolerable. I don't like her attitude at all. She's so insecure, and since Derek is a decent and caring human being, but somewhat she is seizing her opportunity to attempt to mold him into what she wants him to be by criticizing his aspirations and even his past, which was nice enough for him to share with her. What did she say? Who are you? I don't even know who you are. In the garage at the house. What is wrong with her? What kind of response is that? Is she supposed to become a child therapist? Is she supposed to be ashamed? Is she supposed to be ashamed of his dreams? His parents stated in of his past. Really, Katie? Derek, run as fast as you can. This girl is way too selfish, self-centered, and is showing you no support, love, or even like or appreciation at all. She is toxic. Yes, she is. I don't understand. Okay, y'all, between Katie and Taylor, they both work in my nerves, okay? I feel as though Katie just needs to, I don't know if it's the ex. I don't know if it's Derek. I don't know what it is, but she has issues, okay? She has mental issues like Michael. Different type of issues, but she has issues nonetheless. She needs to get some help as well, okay? I don't know why she's fixated on this whole, thing about him having dreams and stuff like that. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know why she's mad about a date from 10 years ago. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't understand what her problem is, okay? If she doesn't want to be with Derek, just don't be with Derek. But stop acting like that. She's immature. She's not old enough to be married to anybody, period. Then Marcus said Michael is a liar, period. No excuse. But why are the cameras always around during Mika's questioning seems like a setup to me. Okay, so then Lorenzo says, Marcus, I disagree that Mike is an absolute liar. He does lie, but has a condescending that the cameras are there as they discuss finances. The topic Mike's been swerving. I would have pretended to have received an important phone call and bounced like Cinderella. So then Polar Bear said, why weren't for the yoga instructor thing? And then I was like, when they told her to go tell him that when she was going off, I was like, oh, they want the drama. Right, because now when you said that, it made me think about the fact that, like, they do sometimes try to, make the drama more than what it is. Because if Mika when she broke that fourth wall and was going off for them, she was like, oh, go tell them. They was like, go tell him that. Go tell him that. Like, they wanted to see them argue. Like, they wanted to see them fight. So, then you said to Lorenzo, facts, he has no idea the production crew is doing him in. Seeing this now is making me second guess how I feel about Brandon. He peeped game day one. So you guys are saying that they were like they were setting up the drama to have the guys spaz out so that they can catch it on camera, which is like when they was telling Mika, like, go tell him that, so they can catch that scene. The same way, like, Brandon, they was probably trying to set up Brandon, and Brandon was just getting mad at production, like, whatever y'all trying to pull, I'm not here for it. Is that what you're saying? I can see it. I don't know if I completely agree, but I don't totally disagree. Okay? I'm not going to say I totally agree, but I don't totally disagree. You got some good points there. Yeah. And then Lorenzo is the first comment. He said Michael is a fool for agreeing to do that on camera. I know this was going to happen. This was an opportunity for her to lay out Michael's dirty laundries out in public. Why couldn't she do this behind closed doors? This looks like something that was devised by Mika and the producers. Why give her such an easy layup? I think he's killed himself with that one. Mika did too much with her going off an attitude, and Mike's crying was a bit too much for me. Stop it, man. So this is a warning for all you Mike haters. I'm coming for y'all heads hard like COVID-19. Lorenzo, boy, whatever. But besides that point, this is what they said. Okay, Mika and Michael discussed that they were going to talk about their finances. Mika never once said, I need you to say out loud what you make. She didn't tell us what she makes. We don't know what Mika makes. The same way we don't know what he said he was making. We don't know what he said he was making versus what he showed he was making. So even when she asked him, she said, write it down, because she didn't want him to say it out loud. She wasn't trying to embarrass him. She just wanted him to write it down. And he still kept lying. And even when he was lying, she didn't say, oh, he going to write this number. He wrote this number. He told me that. She still didn't put him on blast. I think if it was meant to put him on blast, then she would have put him on blast. Just saying. So yeah, you guys, that was a gist of all. I think I went through most of all of them. I did skip over a couple of small talk comments inside the actual replies, but I think we finally got through most of all the comments. I appreciate you guys. And now I'm tired. I don't know if I'm going to make this a part 1 or part 2, but you guys will see once I upload them. I appreciate all the comments and the support. Thank you guys so much. I look forward to talking to you guys. I look forward to having another review and a whole other comment read with you guys in the next couple of days. So enjoy your night or morning or whatever time of day you watch this. Peace.